we have a younger demographic that listens to this podcast, 18, mid-20s. And during that time of your life, you're with the Subways, you're with the Mooseheads, your whole life is dedicated to making that next jump. I want you to talk about that dedication, that passion that you had. I'm sure you still have it, but when you're really trying to make that next jump to professional hockey, you walk through St. Margaret's Bay there and you see your picture all over the walls up there from when you were younger. Talk about those days back then and talk about the sacrifices you made to set your life up to where you are now, I guess.
Yeah. As you get further in your career, you kind of realize the sacrifices you've made, whether they were conscious or not. Like I said, it's when you're so hyper focused on something. Some people would see it as sacrifices, whether it's not partying at a younger age or just being so obsessed with hockey. It might seem like sacrifices, but it was just doing something you loved. And for myself, I was lucky that when I moved from Winnipeg to Nova Scotia when I was 13 years old, and I moved into the Tassa area, so Tassa hockey, and immediately became friends with Brad Marchand and Justin Smith, Jeff Marchand, Brad's brother, and Ryan Hillier, who all lived in the same area before hockey even started. We became friends, and they loved the game of hockey too. So I think I got in a lucky situation where just everything we did was hockey, and it was working on our shot, working on stick handling, and kids these days are even more obsessed with working on their skills. It's crazy to see the skill of some of these guys coming up, but there was you see it more and more too. Like the kids are more and more skilled. But I think there's an aspect in hockey that's fading away a little bit, and it's they have so many strength coaches and teachers and skill coaches that they're told what to do to get better every day and kind of coached, but there's no I see it a bit, but there's no extra. So when I was younger, we were lucky that we started with a strength coach at a relatively young age, JP McCollum, and I still work with him now. But we'd be done our workouts, but we'd always do extra. Or if we had practice, we'd want to do extra. And you see it more and more now when you're overloaded with information and coaching that, okay, so am I done now? Like,
I see what you're saying.
That's what I did for the day. And I just think that group, it was great to be around because we were so obsessed with the game that looking back, I did so much extra when no one was watching. I wasn't...
Give me an example. What's extra to you? 2 a.m. waking up, running a hill or something? Like, what's extra?
No, I was never that insane. I think it was just... even at a young age, just being hyper focused on what I was eating and sleeping and knowing, oh, this is what someone else is doing to get better. Okay. And is this going to help me with hockey? And I think it's maybe to an unhealthy degree at times as far as taking a breath and getting away from the game. But whether it's once you get to midget and you have extra ice, when practice is done, are you working on certain skills, or are you just fooling around playing games with the guys? Just taking those opportunities, whether it's if you have a workout on your own compared to a workout with a trainer, are you pushing to the same level? So there's a little bit of a mindset that I was lucky to be surrounded with growing up with those guys.